What's going on, guys and ladies? Today, we're going to be reacting to Kev Hicks' video, 5 Ways Women Make Themselves Look Desperate. My homegirl sent me this video, and she wanted to know if he's official or not. So yeah, we're going to talk about it right now.
Low on my fitted, dreams has always been vivid. I'm just trying to go get it. Catch me right around and I'm ignorant. I'm just rolling.
So, for the fellas, Kev Hicks gives female dating advice. For the ladies, elevated pitch on me. I'm a former thought with a ton of dating experience. I've got a wife. Oops, wrong finger. So I've experienced all aspects of dating, not just the hooking up part, which is why I decided to start a channel for that AdSense money. Bro, you supposed to lie. Oh, let's just cut that part out. You ready? Yeah. All right, action. I've decided to start a channel to give fellas some solid advice on how to find a girlfriend, wife, or be a thought. I don't judge. Oh, and I'm trying to get paid, y'all. Bro, I'm not about to bullshit them. Just roll a video.
The first thing that women often do that make them look desperate in new relationships is love bombing, or being overly affectionate, or being too mushy. Men know whether or not they deserve your affection, if they've earned it. If you're constantly melting all over a guy, you may look more like a new lapdog than a new spouse to him. I guess the key to this behavior is make sure that your affections are returned. I personally have been caught off guard by lovey-dovey behavior and terms of endearment that I wasn't really ready to hear before, and it always makes things a bit awkward. It's always painful to watch a woman swoon all over a man who doesn't match or even seems bothered by her romantic enthusiasm. Pouring it on too thick is only acceptable when both parties are completely into it. New relationships are complicated enough in that there are two parties trying to figure out and discover how they need to share their affections with one another. Don't create a need for them to make space by swarming them with your affections until you learn how they best receive love. It can really feel like you're begging for closeness if this is overdone.
Okay, I could have summed this up in 3 sentences. And this applies to the fellas too. Women don't like clingy men, and men don't like clingy women, unless y'all are clingy together, which is just
nasty.
The second thing that women do that make them look a bit desperate is calling and texting too much. I used to have this girl that I was talking to and trying to get to know. At first she was cool. I had approached her and I was calling her. About a week into it, she started calling me about 4 times a day. By 2 weeks, it was 8 times. No matter how much I talked to her, it was never enough.
Sorry, ladies, I've got a short attention span. Number 2, I agree with, and it applies to men as well. Calling and texting is simple. Man should start off pursuing a woman, but don't chase her. And ladies and gentlemen, always respect the curve. PSA from my Harlem brother, Cameron.
This is a PSA about respecting the curve. If somebody hits you with K, I'll get back to you. I don't know. LOL, you crazy. It is all the curve, and your job is to respect it.
Now, fellas, after you initially pursue a woman, if she likes you, she should start to pursue you as well. And eventually, it will be a mutual thing. You hit her up sometimes, and she hits you up too. If that doesn't happen, cut her off after you hit.
Oh, hell no!
Okay. Oh, fellas, y'all thought I was gonna censor myself for the ladies? No.
No! No! Hell no! No!
Ladies, if you're mad at that advice, it's probably because you like to string men along for attention. And that's just not cool. We're men, not little boys. All of us can take it. Wouldn't say all of us. Some of us can take it. Try a few. A few of us can take it. Ladies, I speak for most high-valued men when I say I'd personally prefer you cut them off instead of wasting their time. Because if he's a high-valued guy, just like you're a high-valued woman, well, we both got options.
The thing that women often do that make them look really desperate is sexual favors for a guy that hasn't committed to them. Look, I'm just gonna be blunt about this. Topping a guy off that's not your man because you want him to like you not only looks desperate, but is desperate. Hell, it might as well be begging.
What the f are you talking about?
Ladies, a tiger can't hide its stripes. If a woman is a thought, she's a thought. When I was a thought, I tried to hide it for the good girls, but it rarely worked because you can't hide experience. Thoughts tend to have more game than the average woman or man. And it's simply because we have dealt with the opposite sex more often than most people. Fellas, if you sit down on a date with a woman and you listen to her talk and watch the nonverbal signals, you'll either get thought vibes or you won't. I don't give head, ladies.
Come on, son.
That's childish. And no one believes you. Now, I'm not saying give every guy you sleep with head, but if you're feeling a guy, well, lick the tip a little bit. I'm just saying. I've never heard a girl say she's saving head for marriage. So if you really like him and y'all already fucking.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Oh, and fellas, don't be eating every box you see either. That's just
Nasty.
And just in case you don't already know this, men never believe a woman when she says, I don't usually do this, because they usually do. And even if they don't, that's the perception.
my bad. Maybe he do got some game. Here's a quick list of things, ladies, you should stop saying. 1. I don't give head. 2. I'm a virgin unless you really are. 3. I love you unless you really do. 4. It's your wop unless it really is. And 5. I don't have sex on the first date. Ladies,
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So if you really want a man to think that you don't usually do a thing, don't do it with him, and he'll assume that of most or all of your relationships.
okay, that's just not true. If you do thought stuff, I think you're a thought, regardless of if we do or we don't ever have sex. Most men assume I don't give head is a lie. So if you don't do it to me, I'm just gonna assume you're playing games because you want me to be your boyfriend. But if I don't like you that way, it's still not happening. But if I like you as a potential girlfriend, I'll give you your respect.
And I want my damn respect too.
Oh, it's Rose.
Moving on, the fourth thing that women often do that make them look desperate to guys is excessive favors. Women often attempt to gain a guy's trust by tricking off their money and resources in an attempt to show them that they're a down-ass chick who can hold their man down.
This doesn't even apply to most of you women. And if you're in a relationship, it's cool to hold each other down. But this does apply to the fellas. I don't condone tricking. You won't get the same type of love and respect from a woman by tricking on her. I personally went out with a woman that let me buy stuff on another man's credit card. So stop it.
With that said, last but not least, the fifth thing that women often do that make them look desperate is thirst trapping. Things like racy IG pictures, backwards selfies, seductive clothing, twerking in public, and etc. Anything that will be considered excessive sexuality or advertising of sex value. Women who constantly bring their sexuality to center stage when they get around men always look desperate. I'm not saying they always are, but that's how it looks. Attention seeking in this way can make men weary of you because they don't know if access to your body is limited or open to the public. If you want to be taken seriously, it should always appear that your sexuality is exclusive and access to your body is limited.
I agree with that. He said that perfectly. I don't care what society says. If you're on the gram, twerking all the time, showing off the cake, you're a thought. And please, don't shoot the messenger. I'd say the advice in this video is a solid B-. Not bad, but I don't like how he makes everything sound all soft. Even the instrumental music. Like you ladies can't take the truth. He obviously has some experience with women. And maybe his angle in dating was to play the nice guy. But me? I'm more of an asshole. And women these days are tough. So I know you can take it.
Long dick, hey.
I don't think we should do that, Joe. You trying to get me in trouble. No worries. I'll edit it out. All right, thank you. Where was I? Oh. I don't mind calling you a thought for doing thought shit. It's all love. Just stop being a thought. Hell, somebody has to give it to you straight. And if the truth hurts, well, stay the off my channel. I'm out.